Chapter 3. The original organic restaurant wasn't the fanciest or most expensive restaurant in town, but it held a special meaning to Tracy and me. It was where we had our first date almost a year ago. I made sure to reserve the exact table where we first sat. I even ordered her favorite appetizer, gluten-free pita bread with non-fat yogurt dipping sauce and organic pesticide-free baby carrots. The restaurant was busy but not packed. The light chatter of other patrons filled the air and created the white noise I needed right now to keep me calm. The bulge in my pocket from the ring box felt like a brick at the moment. I was pretty sure I was having heart palpitations just sitting there waiting for her. "Are you okay, sir?" the waiter asked in a nasally voice. "Do you need anything? You look flushed." No, I'm fine," I reassured him. "Just a big date." "Are you sure?" the waiter asked, eyeing me suspiciously. "There's no harm admitting if you need help. Is it drugs? Are you on some kind of drug, sir?" "Drugs? What?" I asked, trying to decide if the waiter was serious or not. No, I'm fine. Just waiting for my girlfriend." I fidgeted with the napkin in front of me. With all the nervous energy pent up inside, I couldn't stop my right foot from tapping on the floor. "Well, there's no shame in getting cleaned up and admitting you have a problem." The man poured me another glass of water. "I went to this hypnotist, Roger Fairbanks, and he set me straight. I can give you his information. Whatever it is you're on, he can help." "What are you on, anyway? Is it euphoria, the devil's juice, bang bang powder, damnation dust, pop rocks, skunk bump, brown sugar, black magic, monkey frost, panther acid?" "Listen, I don't do drugs!" I said, way louder than I intended. The entire restaurant paused to stare at me. "Well," the waiter rolled his eyes and gave me a finger snap. "Excuse me for trying to save your soul." When he turned to walk away, I saw Tracy moving through the front door. Her head was down. She was texting someone on her phone. "Hey, over here!" I waved her over, standing up from my seat to give her a hug and a kiss. She turned her head to the side when I went in for the kiss. My lips brushed against her left cheek. "Lips are super chapped right now," Tracy said, not looking up from her phone. "Just got to wrap up some last-minute work stuff. Brad is so funny, you know? The text he sends? Who would have thought he'd be so down to earth?" "Oh, right. How was your day?" I asked, taking a seat across from her in the booth. "I want to hear all about it." "Oh, you know, set life is so hard." Tracy finally put down her phone on the table. "I'm starving." She picked up a piece of the pita bread. "Is this gluten-free?" "You know it," I answered, flagging down the waiter who came over reluctantly. "Excuse me, can we get her a drink?" I requested politely, trying to keep my foot from tapping. "Why are you so fidgety?" Tracy asked, taking a bite of her pita. "Are you okay?" I'm fine. Just excited to be here hanging out with you," I responded. "Drugs," the waiter whispered to her. "What do you want to drink?" I asked her. "The usual?" "I'll take one of your zero-calorie sparkling waters infused with herbal essence, but only if you have the Valhalla brand. They bottle their water straight from environmentally friendly waterfalls," Tracy said. "Yes, of course we carry Valhalla," the waiter confirmed, turning to go. "I'll be right back." Dinner was great. We talked about Tracy's new role in the streaming show that was yet to be titled but revolved around Brad, who played an out-of-work writer down on his luck who reinvented himself by performing as a clown for children's birthday parties. Tracy said she was stuffed after a few bites of carrots and pitas. I didn't want to offend her by ordering meat, so I ordered the spinach salad with a side of hummus. To be honest, I wasn't even that hungry. My stomach was in knots. As the night wore on, I knew I had to make my move. Tracy would have to go home soon to get her full 8 hours of sleep in and apply her nightly routine of creams and lotions. "Tracy?" I asked after chewing a mouthful of dry spinach. "You know I love you, right?" "Aw," Tracy beamed. "I know you do." "I'm so proud of what you've done, and I know you're going to go far. We both are," I continued, trying to figure out a smooth way to get down on one knee. "We work so well together. We have so much in common from our jobs to where we want to be in the future. Well, I guess I'm trying to say I don't want to be with anyone else. I slid out of the booth and withdrew the box from my pocket. On one knee, my heart beating 100 miles an hour, I opened the box and presented it to her. Tracy Coach Prada, will you make me the happiest struggling model in Los Angeles and be my wife? I asked, doing my best not to stumble over my words. My mouth was dry, hands clammy as I knelt there on the restaurant floor recently mopped with chemical-free jasmine soap. For the second time that night, everyone in the restaurant went quiet. I saw our waiter out of the corner of my eye shaking his head no. He was mouthing the words drugs and high over and over again. Tracy looked at me, stunned for a moment. She pressed both hands over her mouth and started to cry. Yes, of course I will. Oh my gosh, I need to put this moment on my Instagram feed. A wave of relief hit me as everyone in the restaurant cheered. Tracy got her phone out and went live on her different social media platforms. I slid back into my part of the booth, so happy I felt like I was going to burst. It was all working out. Who said you couldn't have the American dream? I was living proof of it. Struggling model with the love of his life and nothing but a bright future ahead. Jonny, I think there's something wrong with the ring, Tracy said, snapping me out of my joy-like trance. There's no diamond. Oh no, it's there, I said, pointing to the ring she placed on her finger. I know it's not the biggest diamond out there, but I'll get you a bigger one. I have a really great casting coming up my agent says I'm perfect for. I know I'll nail the audition tomorrow. I'll get you a bigger ring with that money, I promise. Tracy shrugged, then went back to snapping pictures and posting on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, LinkedIn, TikTok, and the rest. We were both happy, and I couldn't have asked for more. We talked about the future and the wedding for the next hour. I wasn't sure how I was going to afford it all, but I knew I'd figure it out. Tracy had an early day at the studio, so we went our separate ways that night. The drive home was full of relief and stupid grins. By the time I got back to the Haven apartment complex, my face kind of hurt from smiling. I needed to call my parents and tell them, of course, but it was late. I'd let them know in the morning. Boy, was Evan going to be surprised. I knew he had nothing but the best intentions, but he was wrong about Tracy. I just knew it. I jogged up our steps and made my way to our apartment. I slid my key in the lock and let myself inside. Light moaning from Evan's room told me he was still preoccupied with his guest. Man, he has the stamina of a marathon runner, I muttered to myself. When the moaning became louder, I looked at his room. The door was only half closed. I didn't want to be a creeper going to close the door, but neither did I really want to be serenaded with the calls of Papi and Mommy for the rest of the night. Averting my eyes, I went to his door to close it the rest of the way. A particularly sharp inhalation and painful moan made me look into the room before I could stop myself. What I saw that night would change my life forever. My roommate, my best friend, stood in the dark room with a woman in his arms. They were both naked. The light was off and only the silver illuminations from the moon shone through an open window. The woman had her back to me. Evan faced me with his mouth wrapped around the woman's neck. His eyes were black orbs. A thin line of blood ran down her neck where he punctured her skin. My jaw dropped. I didn't know what to think. Was this some kind of kinky foreplay? Was this okay? Was I hallucinating? Evan caught sight of me and raised his mouth from the woman's neck immediately. As if on command, his eyes reverted back to their pale blue. Oh no, that's not good, he said, looking at me. Jonny, I think we're going to have another talk.